Hello everyone, this is Brandon Despia. This is my 45 card branded Despia, Magistus, whatever you want to call it, 45 card list. We're still working on it, tinkering with it, fine-tuning it, and I'm very much enjoying the process of making this deck as strong as possible, as efficient as possible. And I'm going to have a video going over the deck list, and I'm going to have some numbers for you that's really going to blow you out of the water. It's going to blow your mind. So let's get right into the video with Mitsugi, Azamina Yummy. And looks like it's Radiant Typhoon in there as well. I have the Ash Blossom, branded in High Spirits, branded Retribution, Forbidden Droplet, and Cockatorium. By the way, I just realized something. One of the comments from my previous videos told me that I sounded like Obama. Let me know in the chat. Do I sound like Obama to you? Like, do I sound like a Yu-Gi-Oh Obama? That would be really crazy. Anyways, he has Cookie Yummy, Hollowed Azamina. I kind of hear it, by the way. Droll and Lockbird, Ash Blossom, and he has a Radiant Typhoon Mandate. Let's get into it. Opponent goes first. He's going to normal summon the Cookie Yummy. Go ahead and bring out the Yummy Snatchy. Actually, he can special summon this later, but he's going to the Yummy Snatchy. He goes into the Cupsy Yummy way. Activates its effect. Gets his 2 cards. He gets the Cupsy Yummy and the Marshmallow. Alright, discards the Hollowed Azamina. I don't think he can use it yet. He tries to use the effect of Cupsy, and I immediately ashed that. I really only had one hand trap in my hand, so I really felt like I had to make a count. I just, for some reason, felt like Cupsy Yummy was not going to be good enough if I just targeted this. So I just went ahead and, hit the Cupsy instead. Brings out Yummy. Another Yummy makes the Rin Karibo, goes into Lolipo Yummy way, gets his 2 monsters from the graveyard, makes IP Masquerena, sets Radiant Typhoon Vision, which is clearly a brick. He didn't have the best hands, and he's going to end his turn there. Now, he has Ash Blossom, he has Droll and Lockbird, so it's really not that bad. However, I do have Branded High Spirits, Branded Retribution, unfortunately, the Forbidden Droplet, as well as Cockatorium, Heavy Metal Avian, and Spenta. So these are this is basically 2 of my sub engines here. Like I have my not my main engine pieces to get into Fall of the White Dragon here with these 2, but I do have High Spirits. And when we have High Spirits and Cockatorium, we're gonna have a very explosive combo if it doesn't get interrupted, right? So I'm gonna start off by playing High Spirits, and I play Forbidden Droplet, sending 3 cards to the graveyard. I actually send the Spenta here, thinking that I might be able to do something with this later on if I can. I don't know he has Ash Blossom, obviously, right? So I'm just pretty much just trying to make sure he can't use any of his 3 monsters to do anything. So he actually doesn't, High Spirits. He isn't High Spirits. He doesn't Ash to High Spirits, which made me feel like it was definitely safe to continue playing the game. If he had ashed this, then it might have been a problem for him, because I still would have had I probably would have kept the Spenta in my hand for my normal summon play, and then probably kept the Cockatorium for something else later. Either way, he decides for some reason not to cancel the High Spirits, and you let me know if you would have done the same thing. To be honest, I just don't. I probably would have ashed the hell out of that. So I need all 3 of those. Show Cockatorium. We're going to get the Fall of the White Dragon immediately. Okay. And then he just scoops here. Looking at his hand, looking at his field, I feel like Fallen of the White Dragon special summons. I do send a fusion to the graveyard, so that's extra follow-up. And for some reason, he did not use Droll and Lockbird, dude. Like, after I get this card in my hand, he should have just Drolled. And then I activate the Fall of the White Dragon, he ashes, right? And I guess I could potentially just, like, kill his Masquerena. He doesn't... I don't know. Let's see, I don't know. I don't know why he scooped, man. I feel like he could have still played. Look at my graveyard here. I mean, maybe he was worried about the follow-up, perhaps, potentially. I don't know. If I need an extra card for this card, I would have that in my hand. I do have Rinbrim, so if this goes to the graveyard, then I have a way to bring it back. That being said, like, he has... they're all negated, so he can't really play with them. You know what I mean? Like, he has 2 monsters on the board. Probably during the end phase, because I would send Red Albion off of this. I would probably just wipe his whole board, right? I would just take his 2 monsters. I would probably take, I don't know, I could take 2 of his monsters, to be honest. But I should probably take at least 1 of his monsters and make a Mirror Jade, baby. Mirror Jade. Oh, wow, actually, yeah. I think now looking at it that he was probably believing that, I had too much advantage. So he just wanted to go straight to game 2. Interesting. You let me know what you guys think. That could have been an actual back and forth game. I really feel like it could have been, but anyways. Next game. So he has Diabellstar, so he's going to go straight out of the Azamina route here. Droll and Lockbird, Triple Tactics Thrust, Yummy Surprise, and Droplet. Now, this card, really, really stupid card, but it really depends on your build, and I think this match really shows a little bit more into why I ended up dropping Droll and Lockbird. For now, anyways. It's kind of a love and hate relationship with this guy. I run a deck that likes to put cards in the hand during the end phase, during the main phase, whatever. I could play under it, but don't want to if I don't have to. And his deck does that as well. So it really becomes a weird situation of when should you droll if you have the droll, when you know you're going first and you need to get pieces in your hand from the deck. But if you droll early to stop the Molcharmi, you handicap yourself from getting those key, those key 1-ups that you need in your hand or in order to do anything. He does have the thrust too, so he can set something. Let's see what he does with the thrust, actually. Let's see what he does. So he's still going first. He goes in the Azamina route, which is the Black Forest. Sends a Droplet. Absolutely insane. He goes to Deception of Sinful Sports and immediately go for a Molcharmi Fool Loss because, he could go into the Destruction, right? Dark Magician's Destruction. Draw a card there. Get another branded opening. That's great. Get Gaze of Timaeus. And what does he do next? I'm thinking he's going to stop at some point, but he really doesn't. I'm just really shocked here. All right, go. Hold Azamina. Activates that effect. Gets. He looks like he's going to summon Rossilla. Rossillago, I mean. All right, goes ahead and gets the wanted Seeker of Sinful Spoils with it. Gravity Controller. And now this is going to help him go into Yummy, I'm assuming. That's why he kept the Droll. Because he needs, his hand was utter garbage in terms of following up after that. So he needed his normal summon to play the Droll and then go into his Yummy and stuff. Man, that's absolutely crazy. Anyway, he goes into Hollow Azamina. Chains Wanter, Seeker of Sinful Spoils. Gets another Diabellstar, but, it's just for advantage. Gets the Ilya Sylvia on the board. Don't mind if I do. I draw a card. Nibiru is awesome. I don't really care about Nibiru versus Ilya Sylvia. I'm just going to play it at the end of his turn when he does all his things. And, he'll negate it, but he won't destroy the Nibiru. So I get to do it again next turn, which is absolutely insane. Because this deck will try to play on my turn pretty often. All right, so he's going to go ahead and do his combo here. At this point, I'm just waiting for him to end his turn. I'm not even paying attention. So Yummy Snatch, he gets the minion on the board, and he's just trying to get a wide board so he can just have a chance to win here. I still don't know what he's going to do with Thrust, but I guess we'll find out in a second once he's finished with his whole combo. Okay, he gets Yummy Surprise, especially summons Yummy from his hand or graveyard. Puts in defense position. It does activate his effect. He gets Yummy Surprise again. Huh. Alright. Goes to the Link. I draw Ash Blossom. Absolutely insane. And then he sets the Heavy Slump. And Heavy Slump is pretty interesting. I have not played against Heavy Slump, but if you guys don't know what it is, if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand, they shuffle their entire hand into the deck, and then they draw 2 cards. So I'm shocked. Utterly shocked. This man did not just... Because he did not activate this immediately during my draw phase. Just so you are aware. Sets 2. I tried Nibiru, Ilya Sylvia's. Alright. And now this is what really hurts, right? Because he let me draw all those cards, and then he goes into, he goes into his Heavy Slump setup. But bro, you let me draw so many cards. What if I draw an answer to it, and Ash Blossom is an answer to it? I draw a card, go Forbidden Droplet. During the draw phase, activate for the Fallen and the Virtuous. I'm trying to get rid of that field spell, bro. I send the Dogmatic, the Dragon Devours the Dogma, and then I chain Branded Opening, chaining into Forbidden Droplet. Then he goes into Heavy Slump by Ash Blossom. He goes into Gaze of Mayas. Not good, because that wasn't a good move. I think he panicked there, but I have Droplet there. Like, I Droplet for 3. If there was a way for him to, like, remove one of these off the board and not play Gaze of Mayas, that probably would have been the play, but yeah, he's gonna get his Dragoon negated, bro. Alright, so yeah, Heavy Slump negated. We're gonna negate his Dark Magician. We're gonna negate everything but his Link Haribo. And we're gonna special summon the Aluber. And we're gonna go nuts. But of course, he's probably gonna scoop here in a second. Yep, there we go. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, I feel like that scenario that we just witnessed here is a direct result of, well, part of it was because he needed another card to go into his yummy plays. So he probably was holding it for that more than anything else. But Mo Charmies, man, such a stupid card. But Droll doesn't really always solve the problem, especially if you're a deck that wants to run a lot of tutoring, right? You want to put cards in your hand. If you play that card, I wouldn't have had nearly as many cards if he just drolled early, but then he would have just lost the game because he would have had no follow-up. He would have had none of what he had. He would have just had a Dragoon, and he probably would just had a Dragoon pass, basically Dragoon pass with the set Gaze of Demayas. So yeah, I'm not sure what he would have done there. It was a pretty awkward situation. So yeah, that was the game. Let me know what you guys think. And here is the deck list one more time. I will be making another video for April, essentially going into April, where we discuss this deck list. I really want to go in depth with this, so the video is going to be pretty long. But based on what I found, what I learned by watching other people, watching other videos, and by just playing myself, you know, against other people, and especially my partner here that I test a lot of builds with. I got some stuff to talk about, and just to, you know, really put to bed this notion of copatorium, so to speak. I don't think it's cope. If you're running if your deck is over 40, you should probably consider fitting it. You have noticed though that I am running 2. There's a reason for that. Okay, there is a big reason for that, and you're gonna see it in the next video. Coming up, one of the next videos coming up, because I will be having a full breakdown of the deck. All right, and you're gonna hear a lot of numbers, and you're gonna be impressed. All right. Oh, by the way, also running 2 Springans kit. Why am I running 2 Springans kit? You'll find out very, very soon. All right, take care of yourself, and as always, have a great day.